apple of his eye. Sit right down, we're gonna give you the scoop with Ryan Pfeiffer and Lisa Doop. Shamma-lamma ding-dong loop-de-loop. This is the story of a guy named Mr. Boop.
You're listening to Being Mr. Boop. This guy's married to Betty Boop. Epic.
Oh, wow.
My name is Ryan Pfeiffer, and I am Mr. Boop. I would rather not be at this time, but I am.
My name's Lisa Doop, and I am also Mr. Boop.
Mr. Boop, it's Friday, April 2nd, 2020. I'm sorry,
thought
I'm
yesterday
fiddling
was
with a piece
Friday.
of plastic. I shouldn't. Today, what did you say?
I thought yesterday was April 2nd.
No. Today we're
Okay.
reading... Yes, you're right. You are
Okay.
correct. I knew there was
You do
something
too,
weird
I
when I was
think.
updating it. It's Friday, April 3rd, 2020, and you're reading the 46th ever Mr. Boop strip. What happens in today's Mr. Boop?
In today's Mr. Boop. Ooh, pizza. There's some pizza in this one, allegedly. As the
Allegedly.
scrolls portray.
Allegedly.
I mean, the scrolls
Your Honor,
foretell
let it
there'll
be
pizza.
let it be known on the record that it has been said there is pizza in this strip. Let the record show that there has been a claim made that there is pizza in this strip. And I want the
by the
record to
second
reflect
scroll.
that. I'll come back to that later. It's very
By the
relevant
new
to this
scroll.
case.
Okay,
You may proceed.
Okay, lawyer. So anyway, about the bloody murder I committed.
Your Honor, let the record show that that the defendant just confessed to committing bloody murder.
Yeah, I
Not
committed
relevant to the
bloody murder.
case, but something that should be noted.
Did you guys see that there was a pizza in that one Betty Boop strip?
Your Honor, strike that from the record.
record.
Strike that from the record. I like the idea of a lawyer just like telling the judge what to include and what not to include.
That one. I want a retake on that.
Huh?
Give me a retake on that one. I gotta.
Or just no,
Why?
well, I guess they do.
My
I guess they
client-
do that to an extent, don't they? No, but like, yeah, I saw this guy commit the murder. Your Honor, can you strike that from the record, please?
My client is no.
Undo. Redo. Let me get it.
No.
Control Z. Your Honor, I would like to observe the time-honored tradition of Control Z.
Your Honor, could you hit that Control Z button on your keyboard there for a second? Yeah, just thank you.
Let the court show that fuck. Let the court show that I have hit Control Z. Isn't that's how you play Phoenix Wright, right?
I assume so. I've never played a video
Is this have we talked? I feel like we've talked about Phoenix Wright before.
No, I've never played a
I've-
Phoenix Wright. I've only ever played the Metroid games. And that's it.
I feel like we've talked about Phoenix Wright on here before.
Well, if
I'm
we
not-
did, I
I'm
was
not
clueless.
sure why we would have, but I feel like we have. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Maybe. I've never played a Phoenix Wright game. So anyway,
Wait.
panel 1, we have...
It might have been an episode of my Clubhouse Games series. That's my.
So panel 1, Betty Boop says, I think that's enough orgies for now. Jeez.
You're not gonna describe the. This is another one where there's not really a
going
flapper
to.
shot because it's all close-ups.
I thought it would be better if we cut right into the dialogue for this one. So, Betty is leaning against something. I actually can't tell
Oh,
what it
sorry.
is.
Secondary. I mean, shadow synopsis. All booped out.
Ooh, boop down.
Secondary shadow synopsis. I used to read Calvin and Hobbes as a kid and think what Bill Watterson was doing with 4 panels and some cartoon characters was so incredible. Well, guess what, Bill Watterson? I've topped you. My comic strip is better than your comic strip, and my wife is Betty Boop.
I mean, it's fair. It's all true things that he just said.
I think his nose has changed shape again. We'll get to that. Go on.
She's laying against the bench. She's got some wine. The bottle is next to her, and it's been.
You say
spilled.
bench? I think she's laying against the wall.
No,
I think
I
that's
said,
the corner.
I didn't say nothing like that.
What did you say?
I don't think I said. I don't think I said anything to that effect.
You said she's laying against the.
I don't know.
I think you said bench or bed, maybe. I think
Maybe
it's
bed.
the wall. I think it's the.
I think it's a bed, but I can't.
Well, you probably said bed then, but I don't think
tell
it's a
what
bed.
it
I
is.
think that's the corner
Yeah,
between. I think that's the wall and the floor. I think that's the corner.
I don't think there's enough evidence to tell me what this is.
That's
Panel
what it
one,
looks like to
anyway.
me. It looks more like that than a
Yeah.
bed to me.
I just can't make it out.
Because what? Did she spill wine on her bed?
I mean,
Makes more sense that there's a wine bottle
not
on the
the
floor.
bed. She's on the. She's just anyway.
Well, the wine bottle would be on the bed. If there's a wine bottle that's tipped over and has wine spilling out of it, and she's holding a
Yeah.
wine glass, or she's holding a martini glass filled with wine.
Yeah.
It's not a wine glass. I assume it's wine because it looks like a wine bottle.
It
It's
could
dark.
be fresh hot Coca-Cola.
It could be
you-
like a weird fancy. Actually, it doesn't even necessarily need to be fancy. Yeah, it
Could be
could
ink.
be Coke. It could be ink.
Maybe it's ink.
Maybe that's why she's not drinking it.
Yeah. Maybe she spilt it. Have you see the Coca-Cola NFT?
Ugh.
So sad that my favorite independent artist, Coca-Cola, released an NFT. Really.
They're Space Jam.
Anyway.
They're Space Jam NFTs.
What
What would you do? I don't know what we would.
Mr.
I feel-
Betty Boop NFTs.
I was gonna say, there probably are Betty Boop NFTs.
I don't believe it. Diva released a second NFT now, and I'm just
Exactly.
Okay.
Literally anyone. There's no precedent for who's releasing NFTs at this point. Like
Yeah.
anyone you would think would not is still. They're still. It's fair game. Like not fair, but like anyone you would think like no way they would release an NFT. Lo
Yeah.
and behold. It could
sucks,
be anyone.
man.
Like that.
Genuinely.
So I was gonna say, what happens if Alec Robbins releases Mr. Boop NFTs? I think he probably would have. I think he probably already has
Yeah,
spoken on that. Maybe
he's friends with. He's the like artistic community he hangs around with on Twitter seems to be the type that is very anti NFT.
it does seem that
Like,
way.
yeah, but then again,
Yeah, you
then
never
again,
know.
so many- but like it reminds me.
I
speaking of the
know
Devo NFT,
people. Most of the people I know are strongly against NFTs. I don't.
Yeah,
All right. I'm okay with making a strong stance. I am against NFTs. I also know people
Yeah.
who make NFTs.
uh,
So,
the,
but I'm not.
It-
I'm not like gonna. I'm not gonna be like. Well, you know, I know people who
You're
make
destroying the
NFTs,
environment,
so
man.
you know that's fine too. You know, I am still against it, even if that's the case.
Yeah.
But,
well,
but
that's a good
my point
start.
is like, it could be anybody. The person I'm thinking of that does NFTs has been doing it but like it wasn't even called NFTs. Like they've been into this sort of crypto
Mhm.
collectible thing like
Yeah.
years before like people were like everyone was doing it last. Was it last year or this year? People started doing it.
Pretty sure it was early this year.
They were doing it years ago, and so
Mm.
people definitely weren't talking about any environmental impacts. So I will say
Mhm.
that, and they're and it's just an interest of theirs. I don't know. I'm not gonna defend it, but I will say they were doing it.
This one
They were
guy's
doing it
got a
before it
free
was
pass.
cool.
Yeah, this guy's got a free pass.
Yeah, kind
So-
of.
It reminds me, the Diva one especially fucked with me because they literally just released like this hour-long documentary about devolution. You know, the theory they're all based on, but it's like it's not about the band at all. It's all about like how the world is ruined at the moment, and it goes a lot into like the mass pollution that's going on. I'm like, hold on a second, Devo. I can bid on your NFT right now. What do you do? A bit hypocritical.
Everyone,
They've released this
anyone
massive
can
fucking-
justify whatever they want to their own.
Yeah.
They can
Just
still
man.
believe that stuff and release that. It's just like I'm sure Gorillaz still is probably pro environment stuff, but they're just like, well, this is probably fine, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
I like support the urban stuff, but I was just eating my cereal out of a paper bowl.
Mm.
I used paper bowls and it was literally
You
just
could-
because I was too lazy to do the dishes.
Yeah.
It was
their
a
statement
selfish
on it-
act,
their
but
statement on it
also
was
it's like a crumb in the pool of
it was
environmental
like, if you
impact.
think NFTs are causing any real damage, go look at what gas companies are doing. Oil companies are doing. I'm like,
Yeah.
Diva, what are you?
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
that's
more
that's the
than one
thing,
thing
and
can be bad.
and which is stupid,
Yeah.
which is stupid. But
Pretty
also, I
dumb.
can say the same thing about the paper bowl I use. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
well,
I mean, yeah.
it's more justified in that case, I would say, but
yeah.
it is the
it's
same
not,
argument.
It's not creating art that you need to, leave your car tank on to buy or whatever.
It's either way, it's
Car engine
it's justifying ultimately kind of a selfish action.
I believe that when individuals
This might be too serious of a conversation for a Mr. Boop
for this, especially
recap
this Mr.
podcast.
especially this Mr. Boop episode.
Maybe. How did this come up again? Was it the? Oh, you literally just said Coca-Cola NFT. That's how. That's
Yeah. I said Coca-Cola NFT, huh? You see?
maybe
hear about
we
this?
should just not say the words NFT ever.
Don't want to jinx it.
Jinx it? Oh, what? So because Alec Robbins would create.
So hopefully
Yeah.
Alec Robbins doesn't release an NFT.
I meant more.
If
I
I-
meant more because it's such a divisive issue.
Mm.
It's not whenever Being Davis brings up a divisive issue, it's not really. It's like something that's everyone's gonna be like, yeah,
Did you?
fuck that or whatever.
Um,
Pretty much anyone that's listening to Being Davis.
this is related to Alec Robbins, but are you familiar with his short film, or his TV series Alec Robbins Makes the World's Greatest TV Show?
Somehow I'm not.
Oh, well, it's on his IMDb, but there's only one episode of it. And it came out in August of 2020. And I wasn't aware of it until one of my favorite animators, Joni Phillips,
Right.
just made a special recently called Joni Phillips Makes a Better TV Show Than Alec. So I was I want to shout out both those, see if you can check them out.
I think we'll be
And
getting.
if you're aware of it,
I
we can
think
talk
Joni
about it.
Phillips did a guest comic from being for
Oh,
Mr.
I didn't
Boop
know that.
that we'll probably cover in a bonus episode next week
Nice.
when we look at the whatever.
Whatever we look at.
Whatever. I was gonna have a friend on who is also a fan of Joni Phillips, but
Nice.
they're not available
Oh.
next week, unfortunately.
Boo.
Boo. That's what M. Night Shyamalan said when he premiered Old.
That's what M. Night Shyamalan said when he
Was that
fucking
this
jumped out of his
episode when I
closet.
talked about that?
Yeah.
No, wait.
That's what M. Night Shyamalan...
No, sorry, that was
Yeah.
it between episodes. Never mind.
Oh. Well, that's what he said when he jumped out the closet whilst I was sleeping. He said, boo!
Yeah, really?
I was like, ah.
Good
yeah.
for him.
I met him. Yeah, I said, I only know about Avatar. And he said, yeah.
I didn't know he came out of the closet.
Yeah, good for him. Good for him. He said, "Boo!"
He said, that's what every person should say when they come out of the closet.
Ugh.
Is that bad? Is that not? Is that distasteful?
Well, that's funny.
Okay,
No, that was
cool.
funny.
Didn't want to make sure.
Did we go through this whole one? No, we're
No.
not even through panel 2.
You're the one describing
Panel-
it.
Well, okay. Panel 2 is Alec, who's on the other side of the scene, and he is spinning his head. I think his head's spinning, got some lines around it to indicate that. Pizza to his left.
Exorcist style.
Exorcist style. Ooh,
Let the
going like,
record
"Woo."
show that the host just identified the background object as pizza.
Yeah.
I want that stricken
I thought
from
you
the
were saying-
record.
I thought you were gonna say, let the record show that that my client has started spinning his head Exorcist style. Okay. So Alex says, right, let's take things easy.
Let the record show that I am very cool and I have big muscles and cool hair and everybody loves me. Write that
That's
down.
basically just That's being Mr. Boop. You just described every being Mr. Boop.
That's Better Call Saul. Have you ever
yeah,
seen
I
Better
looked
Call
up some
Saul?
of
That's
that
what happens in that show.
Right. We're not going to
starting
do
a
a Better
misinfo
Call
campaign.
Saul sound. Oh no! Betty, who now her eyes are closed, I'm pretty sure. I can't tell what's going on here. I think her eyes are closed. Or maybe they're half
Let's talk
closed.
more about that pizza.
Okay.
Now, Miss Dupe, you identified the background object as pizza. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Let the record show that she's just confirmed she referred to it as pizza.
This is all the record is showing at this point. It says it 3 times now.
What has the record shown?
The scrolls have identified there's a pizza in this one.
Let the record show that
Lisa
she's
Dupe-
just confirmed that the scrolls have said there's pizza in the background. Now, what about that exactly makes you say that is pizza?
the triangle, like the with the little lines. You know, it looks like cheese with a little crust.
So you're
It's
saying
pretty-
you think it looks like cheese?
A cheese pizza. Yeah.
Well, you said it looks... Roll the record back. She said it looked like cheese. Should
A
look
cheese
like cheese
pizza.
with a little bit of crust.
Yeah. Are these-
But that's not necessarily pizza. That's 2 different objects.
I mean,
don't know what
if we
point
want to
it
go
is.
seriously, it's a series of it's a bunch of lines on a page. If we want to go, I mean, they could look like party.
rest my
poppers if
case,
you
Your
wanted
Honor.
to. Oh no!
I rest my case. Guilty.
No! Of the murders I did.
Your Honor, strike that from the record.
So panel
This ain't
3.
about that.
So I think sure
What is
Betty
this bit?
fallen asleep. I don't know what this bit is. I assumed you had a punchline. but it seems like
no,
you don't.
I'm just going with it.
Okay. Well, Betty has spilt her drink because she's falling asleep.
Well, because she doesn't want to drink ink.
Yeah, it's because it's ink. She doesn't want that.
Alright, let the record show.
Let the record show she doesn't want ink.
Let the record show it's lines on paper and she's drinking ink. Objection! This comic was drawn digitally.
No! If I print it out, it's lines on paper.
You're out of line.
And also ink. Okay. Panel 4. Also, no marital status drops this week. So Alex says, "I love you."
I
too,
will have
honey."
marital status in this court.
I don't. Okay, now I'm starting to think maybe his head isn't spinning and he's on like a headrest or something.
Oh shit!
'Cause it's
Oh my
still
god!
there.
Revelation.
'Cause-
You're right.
Whoa! Let the record
That's
show.
probably like a
that-
rug or a plate.
Yeah. So his head was not spinning Exorcist style. It was just...
His hair is also a bit messy.
This is kind of difficult to make out what the surroundings are here,
Yeah.
to be honest.
I still think it's pretty positive that she's against a wall.
I mean, I guess so.
Your Honor,
But
let
the-
the record show that she has forfeited that Betty is not on a bed and is against the wall.
So, she says, Alex says, "I love you too, honey." And then he thinks she's Betty Boop because he's just realized.
He's just realized that's what his think-along reads. She's Betty Boop.
Yeah.
No, it's just an affirmation.
Mhm.
Positive affirmation. She's Betty Boop.
Yeah.
Now, as if this
Betty
episode
Boop.
wasn't long enough, it's time for our weekly.
And tangential enough.
It's time for our weekly slang guide quiz. It's
Oh,
Friday. I know, homework. All right, we're gonna do it the reverse. I know I said we would. So we're gonna do it a different way every time until you get this right. This way,
Well,
this.
I want to mention a funny thing that happened in Being Jim Davis on Tuesday or
Oh
something.
my god!
Was
No,
it- well,
just
I mean,
listen to the fucking podcast.
I mean, listen to the first, but also they were like,
Ugh.
they said that Chris made a joke about the Devo album, Something
This
for
is
Everybody,
as if this. Oh my god, this podcast.
and John
What is-
corrected
what are we
John
doing
corrected
here?
him by saying it's called Something for Everyone,
Mm.
and then Chris said, "Oh, Ryan Pfeiffer will email us about that." And I said that Ryan Pfeiffer,
What?
he's not going to email you about a Devo Devo thing. Who are you?
What the fuck?
I said I will email you about that.
Did they get us confused?
I mean, I was there.
I know,
I was-
that's weird.
I mean, it was in reaction to a Devo reference I made.
Oh.
So obviously, I don't know. I guess because you're the one who emails them.
I don't like to send emails.
Then
What do
let's
we
go.
call? Yeah, so we're doing it a different way every week. Way
Mhm.
this week it's reversed from what it was last week. What is a bold neoflex? What do we call those?
What?
Bold neoflex. So the three little things coming off the head when they're like excited or something. It's like oh, and there's like three little lines coming off their head. It's sort of like a neoflex, but it's like bold. It's not just.
Did I name it? Did I name that?
You did not name this one. What is? No, that's
Oh.
not the name.
Good.
That's
thank
not the
goodness.
name. That's
What?
the definition. What do we call that?
I have no idea. I thought you were gonna tell me the names, and I.
No,
repeat
I'm
to you
saying
what
it's
the-
reverse.
I don't know what that is.
You give up?
No, yeah, I give up. What is the hell is this podcast?
I'm saying what's how we did it last time is I gave you the names and you gave me the definitions.
Yeah, it worked.
It
worked.
didn't work. And this but if I just do the same thing every time, for one thing it'll be boring. For another thing, I mean it'll be more boring. For another thing, it's easier for you to if I change it up, you're gonna be able to absorb the information. I'll know
Yeah,
that
that's-
you absorbed.
I'm pretty-
I'll know that you absorbed the
I'm
information because
Isn't that what
you're
we
not
want?
you're not just like repeating exactly what you heard last time.
Yeah, that's how you remember it. But,
But
I thought
no,
we wanted
because you
to
can parrot
the
information without absorbing it.
I don't know. It seems like it would be
Just
easier to
because
learn
you
if it was the same
you
every
like
time.
can repeat it doesn't mean you can absorb it and like use it. You like actually utilize the information. I just don't want to be responsible for this. I'm solely responsible for this slang that we both came up with, and that now only I remember. I'm having to you have caught amnesia, and I'm having to reteach you, and this is the only way that you can learn. It's called excite trikes. That's what those are called. Excite trikes. What do we call Ellipses.
Those are purple dots. Call them purple dots.
No, that's not what we call them.
Electral points.
No.
Electries.
Yes, correct. But you already got it wrong.
Oh,
What do we call the chair in the therapist's office?
that's the expression chair, huh?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hang on, let me crop this. I'm not gonna edit this out as I'm cropping this. Hey, how's it going? How you doing?
This is a bad segment of the show, a bad show.
Well, that's hurtful. So you got electries wrong. You got expression share right. You got excite trikes wrong.
Yeah.
What do we call question marks?
Electoral points.
Electoral points? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Wrong. They're called electoral hearts.
I would have never gotten that.
Really? Still?
Never.
Electoral hearts? The Marina reference?
I mean, it's too far removed from a arena reference. It's
How? Electoral
confusing.
hearts? It's just an L is added. Speaking of, what do we call hearts floating around characters?
little heart around the dudes.
No.
Little fluttershies. Hey, not
Pretty
point
close.
reference. Flutter
I'm gonna
eyes.
mark it as wrong. Do you give up?
Yeah, I give up.
Heart flies.
Hot flies. Okay.
Heart flies. Or as you say in the or as you say in the UK, hot flies.
What?
Because you say hot flies. So it's
What are you saying?
so it sounds like hot flies instead of
What?
heart flies. When you say
Oh.
heart flies, it sounds like hot flies.
Oh,
What do we call Alex's ear-to-ear grin?
the wife face.
Yes.
The wife beater face.
No, I would hope not. It's the my wife face, or just wife face for short.
Okay,
What do we call a pointy speech bubble,
that's an electro heart.
Lisa? Be serious.
Yes,
Be serious.
it's an electro.
Why would it be a thing that has already been confirmed for? Like, you're guessing things that have been confirmed for other terms.
Electro.
What? It's called an electro bubble. Electra bubble.
Okay.
Let's just get it over with. What is a flapper shot?
Jamie Foxx.
No, what is hang on. What is an electrile bang?
That's
Shit.
I don't-
Shit.
these
shit,
make no
fuck, I did it
sense.
wrong. I did it wrong. What do we call exclamation points?
electro bangs.
No.
Electro marks.
Electro points.
What?
Uh,
Electro points make sense because it's got a point at the end, and it's electro.
yeah. What? It's an exclamation point, so we call it an electro point. What do we call an established and like the shot that's like sometimes an establishing shot, but it's always a wide shot?
The flapper dance.
The what? The what?
The electro dance.
Come on.
No, the flapper shot.
Yeah.
This one's easy.
Yeah. What do we call an interrobang?
I don't know.
the question mark exclamation point.
Question mark exclamation point. I don't know.
were you trying to reference Moonbase Alpha?
Moonbase
there?
Alpha.
Yeah,
of course
I got
was.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Question mark exclamation point, question mark explanation point. Should we change? Do you want to canonically change the name of this one to AU Bangs?
AU Bangs.
AU.
Oh, hey. Sure, why not?
All right.
Makes no difference to me.
It should. See, this is the thing. It's like this is how it started. This is why we're in this mess, because it's like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, sure, whatever. And then, but they immediately forget, and I'm stuck.
Oh.
This is how we started this podcast too. They were called Electrile Bangs. We can change the name to AU Bangs, but we have to say it like that every time. Are we sure we want to do this?
Do what?
Call it AU Bangs.
Yeah, sounds better than whatever the fuck it was before.
I feel like it's harder to pronounce.
AU.
And it also kind of breaks any consistency we had there.
Yeah, well, there's no whatever. No need for consistency.
I mean, all right. AU Banks. That's what it's called now. Bonus points. What do we call a strip with implied nudity?
That's a rubber hose.
Damn it! I was hoping you weren't gonna remember. That was the one I was hoping. Why is that the only one you remember?
Because that's the one I came up with, as well as I also came up with the question.
I'll tell you what.
One, but I forgot that one.
I'll tell you what. If you remember that every time, and if you get all these, if you finally get all these right, and we can stop this segment, and you also remember that one when that happens, then it will be added to the slang guide.
Okay.
You can add anything else you want. That one I'm just apprehensive about.
You'll remove it.
Oh no, I won't.
Oh well, there's no point to this segment then. What do we do?
Huh? What do you mean?
If I can just add rubber hose myself.
No, that's one no, that's that one I'm apprehensive about. So that one you
I said if I added that one you'd just remove it, but you said you wouldn't. If I added it
I thought you meant after.
No, if I added it.
If you added it now, I mean, add it how? Oh, right.
Like
I forgot there's a Google sheet. Yeah.
On the Google sheet, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I would. I don't know. Wait, hang on. Let me change to. We should also add the talk arm thing, which we never decided on name out, but since we're doing that now, we shall call that a talkie. Let's just call it a talkie.
Cool.
That works because it's old.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like an old Hollywood term, and that goes with Betty Boop, sure.
Yeah.
A talkie.
I need to get a snack because I'm kind of skipping on lunch.
Who's hosting?
Like just for a minute, I'll get something.
Wait.
I think. Am I hosting?
Wait.
I mean,
I'm hosting. Did you? Yeah. We're done with this one. You can go. Okay. I'll finish up.
Okay.
You've been listening to Being Mr. Boop, now in color. You can visit the show's website at www.beingmrboop.com for all our full catalog of episodes and to sign up to host a podcast for updates. Follow at Mr. Boop Pod on Twitter. And I'm at Candyman106 on Twitter. And everything else I make is at Semi-Sweet Stuffs on Twitter. And Lisa is also on Twitter. She's this is harder now. She's at Lisa Dupe 2 on Twitter. And follow i.am.d.worst on Instagram, where there's only photos of feet. Thank you. Good night.
This podcast was brought to you by the Pitch Drop Podcast Network. Like what you just heard? Support the show by going to patreon.com/pitchdrop. And while you're at it, check out pitchdrop.net for more of this and other shows.